This week, we saw Freddie Frintoff admit that it's taken him 38 years to figure out how to be happy. I'm 39 and I still haven't fully figured it out yet. As a country, we're able to produce world-class sports athletes, professionals, scientists, engineers and entrepreneurs. But what good is success if we're not producing young people who can deal with it, or even with setbacks for that matter? There's more pressure on children than ever before, in the real world and the virtual world. And that's why I think it's time we make mindfulness part of the national curriculum. Bickley Park School in Kent has already started 5-minute mindfulness sessions after lunch. Oh, look at them, so sweet, meditating in class. In order to give pupils the best possible start, academically and mentally. Other schools are also using meditation and breathing exercise to address discipline issues where traditional methods such as detention has failed. You can accuse me of being a tree-hugging, hippie lefty, Nick Ferrari, but I won't be able to hear you because I've created a bubble of positive energy around me.
Oh, a bit of me, I have to say, felt quite... When I thought, I've got to answer this, I thought, oh, God, I feel a bit depressed about this. And I'm not a person. I'm, many years older than you, and I think I've had a very happy life and enjoyed most of it. Yeah. But I'll accept that people aren't. Tell me, what do you mean by mindfulness?
Yes, so do you want the official definition?
No, I want your definition.
My definition. So I think, especially with social media and all of the sort of outside stimulations that people now have to deal with, we don't encourage adults, and we certainly don't encourage young people, to know how to calm down the brain and to relax in order to be able to deal with the stresses of life. And I think, so much of the data and research shows that people who meditate, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes a day, are able to deal with life's challenges far better.
So you're talking about meditation?
Yeah, meditation, breathing, anything that calms you down.
Yeah, so yoga?
Yeah, I'm all for yoga. Yeah, but I don't even...
I recently
do you do yoga?
No, I don't. I recently went to a health farm and did yoga for a whole week, which is about twice as much as I've done for the rest of my life. And I have to say, it was quite...
Relaxing.
It's not relaxing. It's not as good as working out on a machine. Mm-hmm. I didn't think of those sorts of things. But, yes, I did find it quite interesting and quite relaxing, having watched my wife do it for years and been... not always polite about it.
Yes.
The trouble is suggesting that this should be in every school. You've got to, if you want to sell it, you've got to sell it that doesn't make you look like a tree hugger.
No. Yes.
Otherwise, of the one person of all the people around here who I knew would come up with this,
it'd be me.
It would have to be you. Right? And.
How would you sell it then?
Well, I wouldn't call it mindfulness to start with.
What would you call it?
I think meditation is perfectly valid. Time and probably there's some time for some thought. Do
you think children need it? Because if
is it a much more stressful world today than it was?
I think so.
20
definitely.
I mean, Nick, do you think is it more stressful than it was when you were a kid?
He's got steam coming out of his ears.
Oh gosh, here we go.
We are sadly in a country where our position in the league attainment tables is constantly slipping.
And I would say this would help that.
We have children leaving school who can't even write or read properly. Often it's the role of the supermarkets or the stores they go to do that, and we hear the bosses say that. As for sums, they have absolutely no clue. You go to a bar and you buy a round of drinks and it's £10.50 and you give the girl £20, or the man, I'm sorry, unless they can put it on a calculator, they haven't got a choice. Never mind mindfulness. We need multiplication. We need to go back to the 3 R's and what the hell would the class contain? Seriously.
What I would say to that is mindfulness will help with all of the
How will it help
all
a
of
kid
the
work
points
out
that
what to change this from £10.50 with a £20 note?
The minute a kid knows how to calm their mind down, that makes them in a much better position.
I don't want him calm, I just want £9.50
back.
It does.
You want them to be calm to be able to do the arithmetic.
Nick, you've just persuaded me. I'm joined. If you think the difference is mindfulness or the 3 R's, it's just not right.
Look at countries like Singapore and their kids are soaring to the top of the tables because they have drills and they have discipline. How do you know Singaporean children aren't happy?
Because they're in the happiness index, they're near the bottom.
And good movie came out of Singapore.
There you go.
I didn't know that's how we judged.
No, but there are different sorts of cultures and different sorts of societies.
Yeah.
We are a creative culture.
Yes.
Always have been. We're
and
very
one of the world's
effective at it.
leaders in that area.
I'd be interested in looking at it, but I just don't know enough about it.
OK, well, can I just, to sort of deal with Nick even more, I have a quote from the assistant head teacher of Bickley Park School. Research has shown that everything is becoming younger and younger, even to the extent of puberty starting sooner. The earlier we can teach them to spot signs when they're not quite right and be responsive to that, the better.
What does he mean by not quite
Because
quite
also
right?
there's a rise in issues around mental health in schools with young people, and all of this helps them be able to prepare for the challenges of life.
Is this? I mean, what I'm interested in is this because is it really changed, or is it just that that's what we recognise and we didn't recognise it?
But
30
does it
years
matter?
ago?
The fact is, we know there's a problem. So how do we deal with it?
I think I must have banged my head in when I got out of bed this morning, because for once I agree with you.
Oh no, I've lost the whole place. I've lost.
You. I don't know what's
I haven't
going
even had my
on.
word. I haven't said anything yet, Nick.
I completely agree with you, and I would go as far as agreeing with you to get this on the curriculum.
Yeah.
I think if children across the land started their day with 5 minutes of meditation. Now, I completely agree with you that these kids, they need to be learning their stuff, they need to have something about them and all the rest of it. But for me, all I want is 5 minutes, starting your day with just some calm. Just some peace, just
Listen
some
to me on the radio.
consideration. I think if you had that, and I will be completely honest, one of my good friends runs one of the biggest mindfulness companies globally. And
the truth is out.
This is probably where I get my viewpoint from, because I understand what they do, I appreciate what they do, and I see the value in it. And I think that
and you see the results.
Yeah, but I think that we
go.
live in a world, everything is instantaneous now. So we've got Twitter, everything is faster. It's quicker. Anything that can just encourage you to just take a second just to consider your thoughts is a positive thing, and will have a positive outcome on the world. So God knows what's happened to me, but I do agree with you.
I feel.
Here comes the contributor from the
Yeah,
Guardian.
absolutely, the Guardian media.
Guardian.
But I actually feel that I operate when I'm under stress. I do have to naturally take a little bit of time out, just a few minutes, just to put things into mental boxes, to deal with the issue that I'm thinking about. We do that naturally, maybe, but not everybody does.
What the hell is going to happen to these kids when they go to the workplace?
No, because you still have to have a clear
I've
mind.
got to go and have my 5 minutes sit down.
I would propose we need this in the workplace.
If you introduce that sort of discipline at school, I'm not saying
5 minutes, by the way, is that what you're
it
saying?
takes up half the day. But if you have that sort of discipline when you're a child, you don't need to then take time out.
Stop and sit in the lotus position and hum.
Nick Ferrari, as you are so against this, Michelle is suggesting 5 minutes. I'm not even going to suggest 5 minutes. I'm going to just suggest 30 seconds. Right. So I want us all to participate in a little bit of mindfulness. So can you put all your hands together like that?
No, I'm not doing it.
You have to do it!
Why is this important, though?
Because I wouldn't do it like that if I was doing
I'd
it
just
at
sit here
home.
and zone
Well,
out.
we're doing it.
I have an app on my phone.
We're doing it for effect.
It's a television show. We can't have 30 minutes.
But this is
30 seconds.
The viewers might wish
Nick Ferrari, hands together.
But this is why people don't like it, because they're doing this.
Someone's going to take your
Come
picture.
on.
No. This is. I'll do it under the table. I promise.
Remember, you was once called a fat Buddha.
Yeah, I was
gonna
called a fat Buddha.
Okay, well, close your eyes. I want you to breathe in. Breathe out. Now just relax.
He's not doing it. I just seen him.
Nick.
He's still not doing it.
I think this is a waste of 30 seconds.
It's better than listening to June.
I think we should do this on your radio show quite regularly. A bit of silence would be good.
Dear.
I'm not sorry. I'm not supposed to talk.
How do we know when the 30 seconds is up?
There's about another 3 minutes.
And relax.
No
See?
discipline.
Have you
None
got
of
to breathe?
discipline.
You have to breathe through the nose and out through the mouth. Don't you?
Yes.
All that, yeah.
And how do you feel now?
Can I just give it some context, though? Because when people are talking about meditation, no disrespect, June, but I don't, because I do sometimes do this, and I don't sit there like this. I just sit quietly, close my eyes, stick my phone on silent.
It doesn't matter, whatever works for you.
No, you come from Hull.
I do.
Tell me, how do you sell mindfulness to Hull?
Well, if I went home and said to my brothers, right, come on, lads, we're going to do 5 minutes, they'd be like you.
Yeah.
If I went into a school of kids and I educated them and I said, right, guys, this is how you're starting your day, end of, you're doing it, at first, everyone's going to mess around and all the rest of it, but in time, it will become ingrained.
Used to it. And I would say your brother and Nick would feel much better if they did.
I went to one retreat where the guy stood over me with a bell and going like this.
No.
And I lay it down and I
can hear ringing, I can hear ringing.
Really?
How was that BBC board meeting? Well, I think the idea is distinctly ho-hum.
Oh, good.